What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, we in Finland. It's been a minute since I've done something with Finland, but we got 20 weird things Finnish people do. Now, I know a little bit about Finland. I know it's a Nordic country and all, and I do mostly Scandinavia, and they do got the sauna culture there. I definitely got to get in a sauna, but we're gonna see some weird things they do. I'm sure y'all see some weird things Americans do all the time. So this is gonna be interesting to see. Y'all hit that subscribe button. I didn't get this lady's channel right here, but that's okay. Her Finland. That's what it is. So y'all make sure y'all check out her channel as well. But let's check it out.
Moikka!
Moikka!
Have you noticed that Finns are sometimes a bit weird? I think you're not alone with that one. Well, there are lots of things that might seem strange to you, but are actually really normal in the Finnish culture. In today's video, I'm going to show you 20 different things that we Finns do that are probably a bit weird.
Surely, I know the song is going to be in one.
My name is Varpo, and
oh, that looks
I am the founder of Her Finland. You can call me your
that
Finnish
looks super
fairy godmother,
cold. Oh my
and
gosh.
I help you to conquer the Finnish language and learn all things about the Finnish culture. If you like all things Finnish, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let's jump straight in. So many things that are strange are connected with the way we talk or the way we don't talk in Finland. So my number one thing is silence. In Finland, we are super used to being silent around each other.
Okay.
This silence can be comfortable, or it can also be awkward for a Finn.
Awkward silence.
We Finns rarely take the opportunity and try to improve it by starting to talk, because our fellow Finn might not
respond.
join the conversation. Our fellow Finn can still say that single word, and then there is nothing except silence again.
Wouldn't that be common if you at a place and it's not really nobody really talking, and you kind of look at it, you the first one, hey, how are you? Start a conversation, everybody in there quiet.
So that's
That'll
why
be interesting.
It's just safe to be silent together.
Always safe.
Also,
always safe.
This is one
That's
reason
true.
why Finns sometimes just walk away from a situation. Just. See what I did there? This brings to my second point, which is we can inhale when we are speaking.
Inhale.
And this is very normal in the Finnish way of speaking, and it's not that we are surprised, it's not that we are shocked, it's just something we do. So you can hear this often with small words like jo, otatko kahvia? If you're wondering what is the most popular word in Finnish, it's not hey or thank you, kiitos in Finnish.
Kiitos.
It is no niin. This
Noniin.
is super
Noniin.
versatile, and you can use it anywhere.
Oh.
Here are 3 examples
Noniin.
how I use it. I use it when the food is ready and I'm inviting my family to eat. No niin. I can also use it when I'm frustrated. No niin. And I can also use it when I'm super happy and excited to start something.
No niin.
No niin.
No niin.
So you can express all of those different situations through only those
That's
two
it.
words.
But what does it mean? So that word give you 3 different expressions? That's interesting. What did it really
Finally,
mean?
let's think about
No
the
niin.
phrase mitä kuuluu? How are you?
Mitä
This is
kuuluu?
very typical small talk topic in some other countries, but in Finland it's actually a proper question. So be ready to really hear the other person out if you are asking this question.
True.
The response can be short, but it can also be super long. So you don't want to use this phrase if you are in a hurry and just expect a really short and tiny answer. Next, let's talk about some weird things that Finns do around the house, around the office, or at school. Firstly, we never wear shoes indoors.
Of course,
So when you come home, you always take your shoes off. But this also extends to workplaces and to school. And
I just thought about that. So if you take your shoes off indoors, I can't remember, because I remember when I first started doing videos about Europe and I heard the no shoes indoor. I seen that there was a gym. It might have been Sweden. I seen that there was a gym. They didn't wear shoes in there. I never thought about schools or work. I mean, I wouldn't mind walking around work with no shoes on. I ain't gonna lie.
Headquarters, for example, where I used to work, we had to
Or
wear
slippers.
shoes when we were in the restaurant area or in the main lobby or in the conference rooms. But when we were in our own desks, then we always had a cloakroom, and then we were just wearing our socks or wool socks. Finland is the best country to be if you want to enjoy weekdays without work, because everything seems to stop around 4 p.m. in the afternoon.
That's perfect.
If you find yourself in a Finnish office and nobody's there, nope, they are not in the coffee break. Everybody is already pretty much at home. And also another thing, it's really rare to see that someone schedules a meeting after 4 p.m. So lots of leisure time.
Yeah, can't schedule that.
This next one is probably one of those least favorite things for me in the Finnish culture. And this is about leaving notes. Many Finns have a hard time confronting people face to face. Obviously, this would be the best way to approach anything, because then you can soften the blow with your voice or with your gestures. But no, we Finns love to just leave a note, or even a snappy note.
Or a text message, you know what? Hey man, I didn't like what you said back there. No, I mean, I think either or is tough to do, because like she said, you don't want to, you want to avoid conflict as much as possible. And sometimes you don't know how people are going to react, you know. So if you see them face to face, which, you know, probably be the best options, let people know how you feel, you know, right there, you know. But if I had to leave a note, you know, some people misinterpret stuff. So you have to make sure you have to write it right. But I would definitely prefer leaving a note, because sometimes I hate being the bearer of bad news, you know. So
this is often the case, for example, in apartment buildings, and
they definitely getting that text.
How it all can escalate. Sometimes people leave this note, and then people are not taking the initiative to work things around and ask, what is this?
People do hold grudges.
Just are silent to each other, and then it takes several years, and what used to be like a tiny thing is now a huge thing, but no one even remembers what they are fighting about. So this is not so nice in the Finnish culture.
That's crazy.
But it's also a kind of weird thing. Where you can see this most typically is when it comes to recycling. Finns love to recycle, and we are really particular that we need to recycle correctly to the correct recycling bins. So sometimes your neighbor might help you out with a note that if you are not doing this properly. And I'm going to link this video to my home video so that you can see more detailed information about recycling in Finland. Summer holiday is holy in Finland, and it's even the law that most of the holiday must be taken in between May and September. And when I was working in an international company, all of my non-Finnish colleagues were laughing that nothing gets done in July in Finland, because everything wants to be on holiday in July. So they would try to take all of the projects and make them ready by midsummer, or they would schedule them so that they would go and continue in August.
Dang. Gotta enjoy that summertime.
Things when Finnish people are out and about. Let's talk a little bit about money. Now, Finns are weirdly frugal. We absolutely love to split the bill, and this is typical scenery you can see in Finnish restaurants. So
I know they say split the bill a lot, don't they? You know, don't you just do that anyways if it's two separate people? I mean, other than being my wife, you know, we split the bill all the time. You know, one of these days I'll get to the point where your boy can pay for everybody.
For example, if there's a party of people and someone didn't take wine, this person doesn't need to pay their part of the wine. And it's very common in Finnish restaurants that when you walk in, the first question that the waiter asks is that how do you want your bills? Because in Finland, the systems are so that the waiter can create a unique bill for each person on the table. So
That's how we
this
do
is
it.
really typical and so different from many other cultures. Also, Finns hate to be in debt. Even if it's like €2 and you haven't paid to someone, we are stressing that we need to pay.
I like that. I like that because some people, I used to let people borrow money, especially when I first got my job, started working. Those days, being young and stuff, first making money, people used to ask to borrow money all the time. And it's crazy because people knew they were going to pay you back because they said they would pay you back. And they over here talking about what they finna buy next. Nah, I need that money. I need that money first.
My next point is
They don't be
about
stressing down
giving
here.
your name. It's weird
What's
that
your name?
in Finland we rarely use our names. We don't introduce ourselves to acquaintances, or we don't use the first name in sentences. So, for example, I have been to my gym for over 5 years and I still don't know the names of the people that I see there almost every day. It's just not natural for a Finn to ask names from acquaintances. Then let's move on to grocery shopping. One real thing that you will see in most Finnish shops is that you have to weigh the produce yourself. So for example, when you go to buy veggies or fruit, you have to find the scale and then you print the barcode sticker to that
let you print the
fruit
sticker,
or vegetable, and only after that you walk to the checkout line. This is very important to remember.
That's actually nice. That's very convenient because we have scales. Most of our stuff already packaged, and I ain't gonna lie, you can get a bag of apples, you can get a bag of oranges, a bag of potatoes. Certain produce, you can bag them yourself. You can weigh them, but they have, I think, because our Walmart, our registers, they weigh the item now. So you put it on there, you don't even have to scan it. You just put it on there. It got like the little weight, kind of like this. You can weigh it, but you just find the produce what it is. It will ask you if it's by the pound. It's gonna just weigh it itself once you find it. But if it's by like how many, like say for instance, if eight limes, it's 25 cents per lime or something like that. It's just gonna ask you how many. So, but I like this. I think it's still convenient, But like ours, we don't have. I don't know how. I need to check this out. How Finnish supermarkets work, because I think in the Netherlands, in the store you can scan the food right there where you are. Then once you go to the register, you just scan the thing and pay and you done. That's it. You ain't got to ring it up yourself.
That's why you will see these tiny numbers in each price label, because these are the numbers you then have to put on the scale to print out this sticker. Finnish people love food, and some of the weird things happen when it's the starting season of some super important food. Hence, new potatoes, uudet perunat, or strawberries, mansikat. You are so going to see headlines about the new potatoes of the season coming to the market, or how the strawberries are now ready to be eaten. These will be on newspapers, these will be even on TV broadcasts, and it's not
for potatoes and strawberries,
alarming.
That's big.
It's just that they are now available. Okay, are you with me?
So they're not available all season. That's interesting. Then again, I mean, your exports and imports and stuff.
Some
I guess.
more weird things.
Probably better getting them fresh.
Now we enter family dynamics. So, the Finnish way of giving your baby a name is different. We actually don't give the name for the baby before we meet him or her. So, for example, in my family, we had some ideas for our daughter, but when she was born, she didn't look, and her personality didn't just feel that those names were good to fit that personality. So we discovered a new name. This is really typical in Finland, and sometimes the name of the newborn baby is only revealed in the name party or christening.
I have a name party?
Another baby thing I
have
to mention here is that
so the baby gets the name a couple of days later, a couple of weeks later, or something like that?
Finns
interesting.
give the babies a nap outdoors, even in the freezing winter time. So we have lots of layers for the babies, and then they sleep in the
That's some different type of fresh air right there.
They just love to sleep outdoors when it's the cool air, because this makes your sleep so much better. Oh, and one thing you should know about Finland, milk is not only something that kids drink. Also adults drink milk. And if you are ever in a typical Finnish buffet restaurant where they serve lunch, you will see these huge silver milk dispensers where adults, we grown-ups, we take milk with our lunch. So this is also a kind of weird thing, but
drinking milk.
Every Finn celebrates their birthday, but we also celebrate name days in Finland.
Name day?
So if you check a Finnish...
I mean, she did just say it seems like they get names later.
...calendar, you will see that under each day there are names.
What?
And this is the name day of that person who is with that name. There's like only 2 or 3 days that are without a name day. Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, and February 29th, which happens only in 4 years. But anyway,
that's interesting.
When it's your name day,
you
are probably going to get some warm wishes from your family. Some people
Happy name day.
Get a gift when it's their name day. And as a kid, in my family, we were always really particular that you have to also...
Wait, so it is the first name or the last name, though?
Remember us when it's our name day, so it's like extra gifts for especially the little ones.
Well, it have to be the first name, huh?
So how does this happen?
I was thinking like the first name, so you get your own day for when you're born and your own day for when you get your name? That is interesting. That's different. I ain't never take people to that.
To the Finnish calendar every 5 years based on a certain criteria, for example, popularity. Then probably the thing you've been waiting for or something you already knew about Finland and the Finnish culture. We are naked in the sauna. And this is something that is that every Finn is used to, and it's the most natural thing. A disclaimer though, when it's a public sauna, we are not naked in a mixed sauna. It's so that girls are with girls and guys are with guys. When it's your own family, we tend to go as the family. So this can be a taboo in many countries, but in Finland, this is the most natural thing for us.
Interesting.
One funny thing in Finland is the crazy funny sports events that we have here. Okay. So we have, for example, throwing the wellies competition, or carrying your wife competition.
Oh, I seen the carry your wife competition.
The wool sock competition, or riding your toy horse competition.
That's funny.
There are lots of
carrying your wife competition. I feel like I heard that on like the Geography Now Finland. I did.
Exciting and odd interests that have been made into world championships in Finland. Finally, the last thing on my list.
I could be a world champion wife carrier.
We Finns are super curious to know what other people, what non-Finns are thinking about the Finnish culture, Finnish people, and Finland in general. So that's why we are watching all of the YouTube videos about Finland and always excited to hear your thoughts. So
Finland
if you
definitely
want to learn
interesting.
more about the Finnish mindset, I have a tip for you. Just check out the comments of different videos and you will see lots of Finns sharing their thoughts and inputs on this topic. Whoa, there you have it. All 20 things that are weird and we Finns do them very normally. I love this list because it really reminds me why and how our culture is so special.
And different.
I cannot wait to hear what was the weirdest thing for you in this list. So let me know in the comments what was the weirdest thing for you. And if you want to know how my Finnish home is and about those recycling tips, then you should check out this more video next. See you next time. Moi moi!
Moi. This was good. Her Finland. I gotta subscribe. That was good. Learning more about Finland. Yeah, the name thing. I want to say it was weird to me, but it's interesting because usually before the baby comes, you thinking about the name. Especially if it's a girl, if it's a boy. We have gender reveal parties. I don't know if y'all do that in Finland, but people have gender reveal parties where they reveal the gender. Keep it from the mom and dad, and And people have big parties for these, matter of fact. But by the time you know what it is, you already have a name. But that's it. So I can be born without a name. Then, we can decide a month later and say, hey, we're going to go with this name. So I'm pretty much just baby. Oh, get the baby. Come here, baby. I don't know. That was interesting to me. That was probably the most interesting thing, the name thing. And then you get your own, on the side of the birthday, you get your own name day. I wouldn't mind being celebrated twice. I wouldn't mind, but definitely interesting in Finland. Most of the thing, I guess, since I'm so up and a little bit more knowledgeable on everything, when it comes to Europe and stuff. Most of the thing, they're interested, but not, I wouldn't say weird to me, because I know now, right in the beginning, the name thing's still different. Carrying your white, the competitions are interesting as well. But all in all, shout out to Finland. This was great. Y'all let me know what you think. If y'all have some more weird things that you do, let me know. Like I said, they're interesting, but we definitely don't do that. It was here, most of them we don't, But that's all I have. Y'all hit that subscribe button. And y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.